Hi, I'm Carrie Glover. I'm your GEA president. And unfortunately, over the last week or so, several of you have already received this. And if you haven't received it yet, you're going to be receiving it soon. So I wanted to let you know a little bit about the background, the history, the facts, and to let you know what we've learned since we were first notified about this and what you can do about it. On June 9th, I was on vacation. I was notified by a member who said someone had come to her door asking her for her by name and wanted her to opt out of her union membership. She contacted me right away. She was very upset by this. She's not intimidated, but it was unsettling. So the next day I came home. We came home to one of these on our door. I contacted AEA. They started to help me look into this. As I reached out to our other members of the executive board, I found that more folks had received it. So then that meant when I was at an AEA training last weekend, we started to have some conversations, and I asked who else has received this. There are people in Higley who have received it. There are people in Peoria who received it. So on Monday, the 17th, I reached out to Gilbert's OTM department. I asked Mr. McIntosh, did he know anything about how our information had been sent out? And he said that actually the previous Friday, so on June 14th, the district had received two FOIA requests, Freedom of Information Act. Because we are public sector employees, we work for a government entity, there are lots of things that are public record that someone can ask for. And they requested employee lists of all certified and classified staff, including our complete names, our date of hire, our age or year of birth. They asked when we were hired, what site we worked at, what the address of the site was, and our personal zip code. They don't have our personal full addresses. Okay? Now, remember, that was on the 14th. Some of us have already started receiving them. Well, that's because back in the fall, they had made a similar request. So they already had our information. They're just updating their lists now. So when I reached out to AEA and I said, well, how do they get from that list that Gilbert is required to give to them to actually being able to knock on my door? And there's a lot of money in this campaign. Guys, this is a super expensive 4-page flyer. They have the staff to take that bit of information that Gilbert's given them, to do a reverse search, probably also go through voter registration, and to find us. And then they hired people to come knock on our doors and intimidate us to opting out of an organization that we already opted into. Please remember that Arizona is a right-to-work state. So we asked you to join Gilbert Education Association, Arizona Education Association, and you said yes. And that's why you're a part of our organization. They now want to make it seem like you were tricked, that you were forced. And that's not the way it is. That's just not the way we operate. They also, in this pamphlet, like to be kind of misleading. The information, the facts on here, not really facts. Also, if you look down here, it says that it's from the Arizona Education Association. No, it's not. It's by the Freedom Foundation. The Freedom Foundation is a private entity which receives a lot of its funding from the Koch brothers, from Betsy DeVos, from the Waltons. None of those people are your friends. Those are not friends of public education. Those are not friends of the worker. They have funded this because they want to weaken our power. AEA is the fastest growing education union in the country, and clearly that's gotten their attention. The Freedom Foundation has been doing this kind of thing across the country to other public sectors, other teacher unions, city organizations, that kind of stuff. It's just our turn now. One of the things that they will try to do when they come to your door is they will try to tell you that AEA is using 93% of your dues dollars for political concerns. And that's not true. It's just not. They take all kinds of things out of context, but that's not the truth. This doesn't come from AEA. The people that are coming to your door don't speak for AEA. So I want to give you a couple of things that you can do and let you know where we're going from here. When they knock on your door, you can just not answer. Or you can answer and you can record them. Ring doorbells are great. But if you do answer and they do engage you and they're going to try to get you to opt out, ask them a couple of questions. Ask them, hey, where'd you get my information? And they're going to try to say something like, oh, AEA, and you now know the truth. No, they didn't. You got that information from my school district, but all you got was my zip code. How'd you get my information? Where did you find that? What websites are you using? Are you doing a reverse search? Are you using data from the voter registration? Where are you getting my information? You probably won't be able to answer that. The other thing that you can ask them is, who's funding you? And they're going to probably do a little song and dance. Again, they're going to try to probably throw AEA under the bus. Say, no, I know you are funded by the Freedom Foundation. I know that Betsy DeVos, the Koch brothers, the Waltons, they all fund that. The Waltons are not interested in helping an employee because one of the things that they're going to tell you is this opting out would save you money. And because they're such a friend to the worker that they really want to help you save money. No, they're not. If they were friends to the worker, the Walmart Foundation or organization would offer health insurance, which they don't. But the other thing that you can ask them is, what's your goal? Why is the Freedom Foundation doing this? And the answer is because they're afraid of public education. They don't like us. They don't respect us. They want to silence you. So don't be intimidated. Don't listen to them. You can send them on their merry way. You can take their information and throw it in the garbage. You can email us and let us know. But we will not be silenced. You have the right in a right to work state to join any organization that you want. And you made that choice. So the fact that they're coming to your door and trying to make you second guess your choice, make you feel like you've been duped, that's insulting to you. You made a choice to join a teachers association who is designed to make the working conditions for teachers better so that we are better able to help our students. That's why we exist. I talked with Dr. McCord this morning because now people are starting to call Gilbert, starting to call payroll, concerned about how their information became public. And so I have asked him to please send out a statement on Monday letting people know about the FOIA request, letting them know what information was given, letting people know that it was not GEA or AEA that leaked their information. And something to know, and this was one of our first questions, all Gilbert employees are getting this. Okay, that's 4,400 people. That's a lot of doors to knock on. But Gilbert Public Schools does not have a list of GEA members. So they're not targeting you as a member. They don't know that. They are literally trying to get to the door of every Gilbert employee to intimidate them, to make them drop their membership, to make you believe something that isn't true. The Freedom Foundation is not for you. They're not here to try and make your life better. If you are concerned, if you feel like someone crosses over the line, is harassing you, please reach out, yourgea@gmail.com. When I spoke to one of the OCs out of Tucson who's done a lot of work in other places with the Freedom Foundation, at this point, nothing that they've done is illegal. Nothing has crossed the line yet. But if you are uncomfortable, please let us know so that we can contact AEA Legal and we can find out if they have gone a step too far, if we can take action. But remember that together with unbreakable solidarity, they're not going to silence us.